What's up, everybody, and welcome back for another Big Easy Bets college basketball play of the day. It's Saturday, February 24th. The weekend is here, and we have college basketball from morning till night. I am going to have 5 plays today, starting at 11 a.m., ending at 9 p.m. So it's going to be an all-day affair. Kick your feet up, get these bets in, and let's try to make some money. The hot streak has cooled off, but we're still cashing tickets north of 63% against the spread. So we're feeling good. We're still making money. It's been a very profitable year. Last Saturday, we swept the board. If you let me sweep this board, I'm not going to know how to act. So starting it off, 5 plays, 11 a.m. tip, we're going to the Houston Cougars taking on the Baylor Bears, one of the biggest games of the day, a huge matchup. Houston's arguably the best team in the country for good reason, but if they struggled anywhere, it has been on the road. All 3 losses have been in conference play, on the road against Kansas, which was a blowout, and then you had 2 close ones against TCU and Iowa State. They're only shooting 30% from the three-point line when they travel. Their 3 best players are all guards with Cryer, Shed, and then Sharp. Obviously, Baylor has a solid perimeter defense. Both teams play slow. Houston's 347th in the nation in tempo. Baylor's 291st. You can pretty much get the gist of which way I'm leaning here. We're going to go under 135.5. Baylor does have a lot of scoring power, do not get me wrong, but the way Houston smothers the guards on the perimeter, they love to trap. Iowa State just kept literally basically handing the ball to Houston whenever they would get trapped. So they put a lot of pressure on the guards, which is what Baylor's primary scorers are, and make life very difficult for them on the perimeter. Both teams do a decent job of it. So we're going to go under 135.5 for the Houston Cougars and Baylor Bears. Second play, BYU going on the road to take on Kansas State. Kansas State obviously has one of the best home court advantages in the country. It's a very tough place to go in and get a win, but they're also playing their worst basketball at the worst time, going 1-7 in their last 8 games. I feel like this number honestly should be BYU probably -4+. So I'm going to take the Cougars here, and they're 83 points a game. We're going BYU -1. I just don't think that Kansas State has the firepower to keep up. BYU has multiple guys that can score the ball, but then they go to the free throw line. They can all shoot free throws, so that won't be a problem down the stretch. Only a 1-point spread here. I'm going to take the Cougars. Third play, another big one. Kentucky taking on Alabama. Obviously, you know what you're getting. 2 high-powered offenses, 2 okay defenses. I'm going to be honest, I wanted to take the under in this one. It came down a solid bit, so I'm going to stay away there. But I am going to back the home team here. I'm going to take Kentucky. They've had their struggles at Rupp Arena more than we've pretty much ever seen. They lost 3 consecutive times in a row on the home court, which is typically one of the toughest places to play. The home crowd's going to be going crazy. Jump out to an early lead, ride it to the end, defend the perimeter. We're going to take Kentucky -2.5 here. Multiple guys that can score the ball. Calipari just put them in the position to win the game because they can do it. So we're going to take Kentucky -2.5. Next play, we're going Mississippi State versus LSU. We just saw LSU knock off Kentucky with a buzzer beater. So right to it. I'm going to take the Bulldogs -2 here. I just think it's kind of a tough spot for LSU after that buzzer beater. A high energy win. Now you got to turn right around and play one of the more physical teams in the SEC. I don't know if they're going to have an answer for Tolu Smith down low. Jalen Cook, LSU's best scorer, is questionable to play. He's been in and out of the lineup all year. It's looking like he might not go today. If he does, he is going to be hindered a little bit. Mississippi State's the 11th best defensive efficient team in the country. So I'm going to take Mississippi State -2 against LSU in a tough turnaround spot. And our final play of the night, 9 p.m. tip. We're going to the West Coast. USC taking on UCLA. The Bruins have given themselves a fighting chance after winning 8 of their last 10 games. They're doing it with smothering defense and pretty brutal, tough-to-watch offense. They're 31st in the country in defensive efficiency. I'm going to back the Bruins on the home court here. USC doesn't do anything great. They're not horrific at scoring. They're not horrific at defense. I'm going to back the best unit in this one, which is UCLA's defense. Their defense is converting into offense. They play very slow. They minimize the possessions that you're going to get on the offensive end. They've already beaten USC by 15 points on the road. So now they're back home, 5-point favorites. I'm going to take UCLA. So we have 5 plays on a Saturday. Again, to recap, under 135.5 in Baylor Houston, BYU -1, Kentucky -2.5. We're going Mississippi State -2, and the last play, UCLA -5. 5 plays on a Saturday. Let's try to sweep the board again, try to make some money. Y'all have a good one.